Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at, well, a neat little thing. And it's definitely little. This is the 511 base 1SF keychain manual folder. Let's dive right in. And oh yeah, this little guy be tiny. So what is this? Basically, this is a very short-bladed frame lock, no pocket carry clip, but you do get a small, also tiny carabiner clip on a split ring. That blade right there is just a hair under 1.5 inches long. That's right, just under 1.5 inches long. And as you can see, it's not symmetrical. So this little guy is going to be street legal pretty much in every jurisdiction in America. That's the good news. Now, unfortunately for my UK viewers and subscribers, the fact that it is a frame lock, and yes, it does lock open, and that frame lock mechanism on something this tiny is definitely overkill. But it does lock open. So this, unfortunately, this little guy is not going to be legal where you are, despite the fact that this is a very tiny, obvious utility blade. That's all it is. Blade steel, HCR13 MOV. Obviously, not the greatest in the world, but decent, should be easy to resharpen, and should be useful for quite a while. And here's the thing, for those of you who might be tempted at wanting an absolutely tiny, absolutely minimalist EDC, you might be tempted to take off the stainless steel clip and the split ring. I do not advise doing that, and here's why. One very simple reason. Well, two. If you take these off, there's no way to attach this to anything since it has no pocket carry clip anywhere. So this clip, this gate clip, that's your carry method. But here's the other thing. Guys, keep in mind, I wear large size gloves. So that gives you an indication of my hand size. I'm holding it in my hand and I'm able to wrap all 4 of my fingers along the bottom with my thumb on top. Now take a look at what my last 3 fingers are wrapped around. That's right. A portion of my pinky is wrapped around half of the gate clip. My ring finger is wrapped around the entire gate clip, and my middle finger is making contact with the very rear of the handle. So realistically, if you want a good solid grip, yeah, I would recommend leaving that gate clip and split ring right where it is, Now, it does have holes cut into it, I'm guessing to lighten the weight, but again, this thing, This thing is tiny, it's lightweight. Yes, those handle scales are stainless steel, not titanium, but this is so tiny and so lightweight. In case I forgot to mention this already, guys, specs in the description box below, as usual. Check that out when the video is over. You got a nice little area for your index finger right there. Nice little groove. Very comfortable. The one thing I really like about this tiny utility knife is that there are no hot spots. None. The jimping on the back, well, it looks very aggressive and deep, but the jimping on the spine of the blade, yeah, it does help a bit, but surprisingly not that much. It helps a bit. It is a bit functional, but not that much, fellas. The jimping back here, same thing. It helps a bit, but it's not nearly as aggressive and useful as it looks. Now, because this is 511, obviously, if it's not actually tactical, it has to be tactical. So that's why you have thumb studs on something this tiny. And guys, honestly, this is not the sort of knife that you are going to be flicking open despite the dual thumb studs. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Place your thumb on the stud and very carefully try to ride it open. That's the best technique. Quite frankly, I think it would have been a lot better if 511 had simply used an old-fashioned nail nick opener, like what you see on a Buck 110. Or maybe instead of a nail nick opener, maybe a horizontal, long, skinny, oval hole cut through where the 511 logo is. And maybe put the logo on the handle scale. Just an idea. This, yes, you can open it up with one hand, but it is not even remotely a quick opening. I would have preferred an old-fashioned nail nick or a long, thin oval hole right where the 511 logo is. But okay, the thumb studs are technically functional. You can use them. Just, this is not the sort of knife that you flick open. Just no. No. As you can see, nice sheepsfoot blade. No belly to it at all. Now, honestly, this might not seem all that useful, but if you're in a very restrictive jurisdiction in America and you'd still like to have some capability with a locking folding knife, well, there you go. I can't think of a single place. Now, obviously, I don't know all of the local jurisdiction laws throughout America, but I can tell you this, it's going to be very difficult to find a jurisdiction in America in which a locking, asymmetrical sheepsfoot blade knife, where the blade measures actually under 1.5 inches long, I can't think of a place that this little guy isn't going to be street legal. So there's that. And again, apologies to my UK viewers. The fact that this thing locks open, yeah, not legal where you live, unfortunately. All right. Closing it is a little difficult. You do have to be a bit careful. And yeah, there's a little bit of extra space. But again, that's a good thing because if you wear large size gloves, the only way you're going to be able to get a full grip on this little guy, yeah, is if you wrap your hand around the handle, the split ring, and the gate clip. Now, the opening on the gate clip is surprisingly stiff. I was surprised. Now, normally that's a good thing because that means you don't have to worry about whatever item attached to it falling out. But guys, look at how tiny that gate clip is. That is a tiny gate clip, not much of a large opening. This is not going to fit onto a belt loop. And if you do manage to fit it onto a thin belt loop, good luck being able to unclip it, seriously. Little bit of jimping over here on the gate clip, that is just for show. Now, here's the thing, guys. In a lot of jurisdictions in America, it is actually illegal to carry box cutters, specifically box cutters. Why is that? Well, honestly, because you have public schools in violent sections of towns and cities where the kids carry them. I'm talking about those thin, narrow box cutters that are normally used by supermarket employees or warehouse employees for opening up cardboard boxes or cutting through plastic that is holding pallets together. So, I mean, let's be realistic. If we're talking about a supermarket employee cutting open cardboard and there's an off-duty police officer doing his shopping, yeah, he's not going to arrest that store employee for having a box cutter. That employee is obviously using it, and the officer sees it, but he's off duty. He's there doing his weekly grocery shopping. In America, he's not going to give a crap. He's not. Let's be honest. But if you have a police officer who notices a public school student slip one of those small, thin, mostly seen at supermarkets and warehouses box cutter into his pocket, oh, he's definitely stopping him. I mean, that's why that particular law now exists in a lot of jurisdictions. This isn't a box cutter. So this is something, and yes, you can open it two-handed. This is something where you can put your index finger on the spine of the blade and you can use it as a box cutter. Now, I'm not sure if 511 sells this little guy specifically for that purpose. Probably not. But honestly, I mean, this is something that you, as a civilian, can carry in a jurisdiction where there's laws against box cutters, and you're not going to have to worry if you're out and about in public, instead of at your supermarket job or your warehouse job, you need to cut something and a police officer spots it. Sir, I need to talk to you. Yes? And after that brief conversation, turns out, oh, this is not a box cutter. Again, be careful, because in some areas, knife laws are so idiotically vague that this might qualify as a box cutter, though honestly, it probably won't. Just keep that in mind. Of course, if you're a student going to school and you've got one of these on you, yeah, ban on all knives, not good. But if you're a civilian in perhaps an area of town where the police presence is a little too much, maybe justified, maybe not, and you just want some capability when out and about to cut string or cut tape or whatever, well, this will give you some capability. So that's good. Overall, I do like it. Yes, it's very small. It's practically tiny, as you can see it in my hand. Do I recommend it? Well, yes, it is useful. It is useful, especially in extremely strict jurisdictions. It is useful. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do like it. It's just neat. It's kind of cute. Then again, a lot of small things are cute. But is it handy? Is it useful? Yes. Now, obviously, this will not get the job done if you need something bigger for bigger cutting chores. But this will get the job done for a lot of people as an EDC knife, especially if you practice that absolute minimalist mentality when it comes to your EDC items. You want a little bit of capability. You want to carry a knife strictly as a cutting tool, not as a weapon. You don't want something too heavy. You don't want something that takes up too much space. What's a good option for an absolute minimalist lifestyle? Well, right here. This is a good option. The 511 Base 1SF. No clue why 511 chose to call it that, but here it is. I do recommend this for anyone who might need a very tiny knife that locks open, or for anyone who might want one. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please continue to stay safe out there. Yes, unfortunately, it is still dangerous. And with summer coming up and heat waves coming up, oh, tempers are going to flare a lot sooner and a lot hotter than they otherwise would. So please continue to stay safe out there. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.